Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Corporate Expat Mom live stream. My name is Elena Gomez Rodriguez. I'm Corporate Expatriate Coach. And this is the live stream where we will talk about asking for help. So, even if you are not a corporate expat mom, but you have a lot on your plate, you have to do it all, and you feel like you have no help, then you might want to stay tuned because you'll get some help today. So, without any more introductions, let's jump straight to it. So, how to do that? What if you need help, but you don't feel comfortable asking for it? My first question to you, if this was our coaching conversation, would be, well, how do you benefit from not asking for help and from being stuck? And I know this is completely like a ninja move in the opposite direction, but just give me a moment to explain. So this might be a good question to ask, actually, if you work with somebody who feels stuck in general. If you're a manager or a leader, and somebody comes to you saying, "Well, I don't see any ways how to get out of this mess. I'm stuck." Well, the first question, rather than giving them the tips and trying to push them in choosing one of the possible ways on how they can get unstuck, is to actually find out what is the resistance. What is it that they do not? What is it that prevents them from seeing the opportunities? So now back to you, into the client seat. How do you benefit from not asking for help? And this is not finger pointing or judging. I'll be the first one to admit my example. When I became a mom, because I'm a corporate, or I was a corporate expatriate, now I'm a business owner. But one of the ways how I kept myself stuck was basically that I kept walking around with this story of, poor me. I don't have as much help as other moms around there. I want to be running my business, but I don't have enough hours of a day because I don't want to put my daughter into a daycare or like to a nunu, a babysitter, because who knows what they are doing. Well, I saw it, what they were doing, just smoking on the playground and spending the time on their phone. So I was like, I don't want to be, I want to be there for my daughter. But I don't have any help here. So poor me. And I have to do it all and I'm burning out. So this was the way how I kept myself stuck. And what I was getting out of it was, when I looked at it honestly, I was getting the attention and I was making myself, or like the underlying need from my side was, I wanted to look like strong, look how much I'm doing, look how much I'm achieving, look how much weight is on my shoulders. So I wanted to get the pat on the back. I wanted to get the recognition, like, yeah, wow, you're doing quite well considering all your challenges. So this was my way of feeling good about myself. But yeah, it's a double-edged like strategy, right? So if you would really had an honest look at how you're benefiting from not asking for help, what would that be? So that would be my question number one. And then more specifically, is there something you're avoiding by being busy? So not asking for help. So you have it all on your plate. There's nobody else to help you with that. So you're super busy. And that's actually also a great like procrastination strategy, even though, again, it might sound counterintuitive because, yeah, you're so busy, you're not procrastinating, you're not lying down, feet up. But what is the more important thing that you're avoiding? And for me personally, it was I was avoiding having conversations with my husband because he could have been helping more. But again, I didn't want to be the one who looks weak, like that I cannot manage it and I have to ask for help. For me, asking help meant I was not strong enough. And that was like part of my identity that prevented me from asking for more help and having conversations like, how come he doesn't see that I need more help? So what are you avoiding? What conversations you are not willing to have that would actually help you in the longer run? And then finally, it all boils down into your autopilot, your beliefs, your identity setup. What are the beliefs that prevent you from asking for help? And I mentioned, for me, it was like I didn't want to look weak. For me, asking for help meant I was not able to do it, and that would make me look weak. I also had the beliefs that I had to work super hard in order to be successful, because if success comes easy, it means you're a cheat and you're lazy. That was a great one to overcome, and it unblocked so many things also from my business and from work perspective, because if you believe you have to push so hard until you get to the edge of a burnout in order to be successful, like that's what you will get. That's what it will take for you. What you believe is what your experience will be. So watch out for all those underlying beliefs that you have in your head, because they they will deliver what you think. All right. So I hope this helped you uncover some of your setup and where you're actually preventing yourself from asking for help, where you're being your main obstacle. And now the question is, so now what? Because you're a smart cookie, you're a smart problem solver. If you wanted to get help, you would have already done it. So my hinge is really that there's something in you that blocks you from getting help. And for me, actually, it ended up, I didn't have to do anything else, and I didn't have to ask for help in the end. When I cleared out all of those beliefs, when I became aware of them, I realized that it was just about the story I was telling myself. So I was walking around with that victim story, like the poor me, look how much I have on my plate. And all it took for me to sort it out and to feel better was to shift that story into I choose. I choose not to have a babysitter in a foreign country who would do whatever what, because I want to be more present with my daughter. And no, it's not poor me. I have only a few hours a day to work. But I chose to leave the corporate world and start my own business for exactly this reason, to have the flexibility, to have my own schedule, and to work only a few hours a day if I choose to. And I choose that because I want to be with my daughter. I want to spend some time with her while I'm building my business. So I have those two as priorities. I don't want to put one ahead of the other. So that's changing the story that I was telling myself in my head. That's what made all the difference for me. Because I realized I don't want to get help. It's just enough if I start celebrating my choices and my decisions, because that's what I really want to do. So what is your story? How can you reframe it so that you see the benefits of it and you see your strengths and you see your light rather than the obstacles in front of you? How is it that you choose to be in this situation? And this is actually part of the mental fitness coaching that I'm doing as well, because it's basically the principle is see the gift and opportunity in every I don't want to say any bad words, in the less an ideal situation. Let me put it that way. What are the gifts and opportunities? And if you choose to do that, then you will come out on the other end of it as somebody who has much more power, who feels more in control. And all it takes is just this perspective shift. You don't have to change anything in what you do or who you are, how you be. Okay, so hope this helps somebody. I would love to hear about your insights or breakthroughs. And I know that this is not an easy one to admit to yourself. So anything you're willing to share with me, it would make my day. So this is the email address where you can send your comments, because I also recognize that it's always not easy to share publicly on LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook, where we are streaming this broadcast. So you can reach out to me privately. We will see each other again next week, Friday, because these will be regular Friday lives. And the topic for the next week will be 3 ways to turn it around if you feel like you're burning out in your expat assignment. So we will really talk specifically for you if you are a corporate expatriate, and how to prevent your burnout. So if you have any stories or specific questions around that, if you want to challenge me, like my situation is impossible, like what would you do then send it to me as well. I'd be happy to see how we can weave it in the live stream next week. All right, so just a quick summary, just a quick fly through to help you. If you feel stuck in any situations in general, but specifically we are talking about not being able to ask for help and burning out, having to do it all and feeling like I'm at the end of my rope, you start by checking in with yourself. How do I benefit from telling myself this story? What am I avoiding? And then what are my underlying beliefs? Because maybe that's where the work needs to start, on your beliefs. And this is one of my specialties. So if you'd like some help with that, let me know. Great. I cannot wait to hear all of your breakthroughs and insights. And I will look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.